Hello, we are back. So today we will be hitting legs, mainly quads, and then a good amount of calves. So on my leg days, I have 2 leg days that rotate through. Right now I'm actually just doing a push-pull legs approach, but it's more legs, pull, push. But basically, one of my leg days is more hamstring and glute focused. One is more quad and calf focused. If you want to watch my last glute and hamstring focused leg day, go to my last video, and look in the description. And there's actually a video of me and Peyton hitting that day together. So yeah, go check that out. But today, it's gonna be mostly quads. One thing I've noticed, this is not, the greatest thing ever, but for me, it's very typical. When I am in a caloric deficit, I typically lose pushing strength in both my quads and my chest. So today I'm really gonna try to go as heavy as possible and hit it as hard as possible, because frankly, I don't want my quads to get smaller. I want them to stay the same size or get bigger while we cut. Obviously, if I'm in a growing phase on a bulk, they better be growing. But for the time being, we're gonna try to keep them how they are, or possibly even grow them a little bit if we get lucky, and stay really dialed in with nutrition and recovery. And yeah, so I will see you guys in there in a second. We are gonna get warmed up with some leg swings to get the hips opened up, get some blood moving, and to just kind of prime the nervous system a little bit. Today we'll be starting with lying hamstring curls to get the knees warmed up, get a little blood into the hamstrings, because it adds a little bit of cushion for the quads when I start doing my heavier movements such as hack squats and leg press today. And then the last thing I'm going to do are some hip openers and closers, is what I call them. Just going to come up, open, and close. And then come up, open, and close. Just do a few on each leg. Time for hamstring curls. So, I did mention this in Peyton's video, but I like to add these onto the hamstring curl because it gets my hips elevated so my hamstrings can stretch out all the way. Alright. So, first working set of hamstring curls, we're going to be using the full stack, not to flex, but we like to go heavy around here. Relatively, I like to go heavy. Some people, their heavy is less weight or more weight. I go heavy in comparison to what I can handle. AKA, I like to push myself. So, full stack, first working set. Here we go. So that was a good working set. Probably we'll do 2 more because like I said, today's quad focused, not hamstring focused. But I genetically have legs, particularly hamstrings, as a strong point. So I don't need to do 10 working sets of hamstrings on my quad day. I'll do 3 of these, and that might really be it. Because like I said, my quads, in comparison to my hamstrings, they need work and they need to stay for this cut. My main focus really is keeping my chest and my back, because those are my worst genetic points. So I'll see you guys in the next set. Probably throw some extra weight on the full stack. So I'll see you there. Got a little nasty at the end there. That's all right. Oops, I dropped the pads. Kind of reminds me of Peyton's, the name of all of his videos. It's Eat Clean, Lift Dirty. I love that. Because that's what we do. We eat clean, and we lift a little nasty, a little dirty. Seth Rose, he says that too. He likes to get a little nasty, and so do I. 3rd working set, then it's going to start getting fun. All right, let's go hit some quads. All right, so now we have some adductors. Not exactly quads, but it makes your legs look wider, especially in here, which is going to make your quads look bigger, and your legs in general. It just gives them more width. You know, having big adductors requires some Gold Bond and some compression underwear. That might be too much information for you guys. Maybe not. I guess it really depends on my viewers. So we're going to warm up with this. And then we'll do maybe 2-3 working sets. And then we'll get into good old hack squats. So that should be fun. All right. So that's really light. So we'll go full stack once again for the first working set. And then we'll get the Allen wrench out most likely. So I'll probably just skip to my 2 top sets. I might just not even record the first working set because adductors are kind of boring. See you guys in a bit. Let's hit this first working set. Sometimes you just gotta pretend that you're one of those Russian girls from that from those videos where they got massive legs and they crush watermelons. You just gotta pretend that you're a Russian girl and there's a imaginary watermelon. That was really stupid. Let's start the workout. Ooh. So my adductors are actually really pumped from that last set. So that's good because honestly, when I have a hamstring and an adductor pump, when I'm doing any kind of squat or pressing movement with my legs, it just feels a lot more stable and it feels like my quads are able to work a little more, if that makes sense. Once again, personal preference. It's completely up to you. If you like to go straight into your hack squats or into your barbell squats or leg presses, that is what works good for you, do that. If you like to do some adductors, some hamstrings, maybe some leg extensions, kind of get blood moving into the area first, do that. You need to find something that you can stay consistent with and just keep over and over and over and over and over and over. Consistency, I think, is the most important factor when it comes to any kind of gains. I don't care about what angle you're using for your movements. I don't care about what perfect split you've came up with, what macro cycle, annual plan, mesocycle you're doing. None of that matters if you're not consistent. So find something that you can stick to and just keep doing it over and over and slowly progress.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. So we are now about to hit our first, third warm up set. I just warmed up with a plate, 2 plates, 3 plates. This is like my first true warm up set. Take it relatively seriously. Really try to get a feel. With hack squats, I like to get as deep as possible and control it relatively slow on the way down. But I want to get some high rep sets in today. Well, kind of highs. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm about to start warming up. Feet are a little high. Pretty good. One thing that I like to do when I set up for a hack squat, especially on this machine, is you probably noticed it. I dig my traps deep into it, and then I basically suction cut my lower back to the machine. That means I'm limiting every external factor. Lower back's not going to be doing any work. My traps aren't going to be able to push. I'm completely isolating my quads. And that is because that's what I'm trying to hit here. A lot of guys, and me myself, have gotten lower back pain from hack squatting because they let their butt come up a little bit, and it puts a lot of pressure on your lower back, on your spine, not your spinal erectors, but your actual spine itself. And I'll be honest,
axial fatigue, like lower back spinal fatigue, sucks, and it ruins a lot of people's lives. So I am just gonna focus on using proper technique to hit my quads. All right, key factors I'm gonna be focusing on this first working set: tempo, depth, control, and effort.
Soundstripe.
Here we go.
Soundstripe.
There we go. You guys deserve another one of these. Oh. I like that. All right. I have a couple spotters with me today. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, okay. That was really hard. I think might do a back offset. So we'll do a back offset. I can't even talk. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut that out. I can't even get up. I'm snorting like a pig. Peyton, I know you're watching. Maybe pre-workout isn't the move on leg day. Makes you feel a little nauseous. Okay. All right, we're good. All right. So the next exercise is going to be hip press, feet nice and low and close together, so that we're hitting mainly quadriceps. So we'll get a good warm up in here. All right, my quads are still destroyed from hack squats, so we're just gonna have to push through it. No backing down. So keep warming up. Two cues I'm focusing on with this movement is really grabbing on and holding myself in tight. I use the straps to make that even better. And the second one is inhale on the eccentric, exhale on the concentric. For some reason with this movement, that works very, very well for me. So I will keep doing that. That's it. Okay. Just chilling in between sets. And my quads are super duper pumped. Really destroyed. I think I might hit 1 or 2 more sets of this. And then my last quad exercise is going to be leg extensions. Not a huge fan of leg extensions, to be honest. I know a lot of guys are. I prefer more pressing and squatting movements for quads, just because you're able to load so much more weight. And frankly, the leg extension here, you can't get a full stretch on the quads, which is fine. I'm still going to train the shortened position. You don't need to train lengthened position for everything. Even though the studies say lengthened position, stretch position is the best for hypertrophy, it's still good to train everything, right? So I'll be focusing more on the squeeze really with leg extensions. Like with hack squats and with leg press, it's all about the stretch. But with leg extensions, it's a little different. I'm going to be focusing a little more on the squeeze. I know it's not optimal, but frankly, your degree in TNF videos and Rai Jewers videos could care less. Like I said, consistency, man. Just train hard, do what you like, and just do it every day and do your best at whatever it is. You don't need to be perfect, right? You see, you're better off having imperfect action than perfect inaction, right? Just like one of my football coaches used to say, I'd rather see you make a mistake going 100 miles per hour than do everything perfectly at 60 miles per hour or miles per hour percent. You know what I mean? So, and that makes sense. On a football field, technique is very important, but you also have to be a beast. You know, and same thing in the weight room. You still have to be a unit. You can't just be just a nerd and like bring a protractor in and all that. You know, it's just not. I don't know. You got to have a mental edge if you're really trying to push yourself. If you're too caught up in the nonsense and the nuances of, you know, joint angles and perfect, you know, rep schemes and, like I said earlier, like your microcycles, mesocycles, that stuff all works if you train really hard. What also works is just training really hard and progressively overloading and doing your best and just being a tank. So see you guys in the next set. One thing I'd like to clarify. If you got offended about the science things I was saying earlier, remember, I'm currently in school working to get a exercise science degree. So I don't want to hear it. Frankly, I think science is important, experience is important, effort's important. All these things, they come together. You can't rely on just one thing. So I'm going to stop rambling now and get back to work. That's probably a wrap. This video's about to go from PG to PG-13. All right. So, the quads are pretty pumped right now. Got some feathering. See how this one looks. Make sure the hamstring sweeps down. Yeah. And then check out the other side. Yeah. I hope that looks sick. I'll have to check in a sec. And we'll see how the hamstrings are looking. Usually the hamstrings are, once I get them flexed, they get pretty dug in. Yep. Kind of feel, ooh, they're cramping up. Hamstrings are cramping. Not good. But quads are pumped. All right, so now we're on to leg extensions. Oops. I'm gonna title this video, "Had a quad pump so crazy I broke the leg extension machine." Anyways, I'm gonna get warmed up here. And like I said, we're gonna focus on the squeeze because this thing doesn't get very deep. That might actually be good working set weight. Yeah. I'll take that. All right. Another set. Sink in. All right. Probably do one more. I probably might not include it into the video. We'll see. So I just banged out my third and last set of leg extensions. I also did another set of these. This will be my last set of the workout. So trying to finish strong. That's it. Now, the video is not over quite yet. I want to tell you guys about something I did this morning in my exercise physiology class. It was called a lactate threshold test. Basically, it tests to see how well your body is able to flush out lactic acid when you are performing anaerobic training. Anaerobic training means you're burning glucose, so a hard run, weightlifting, things as such. So what I had to do was 3-minute intervals of running on a treadmill, starting at 6 miles per hour, and work my way up all the way up to 9 miles per hour. 3 minutes all the way. So I'd go 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, all the way to 9. And in between each 3-minute interval of running, they had to prick my fingers and put my blood into a blood lactate monitor. By the way, I will say I had very, very good results, probably due to the fact that 99% of my training is weightlifting, which is anaerobic in nature. But my fingers have a lot of scars and holes in them. My fingers got pricked probably 30 times. I would also like to mention that was my last day in that class with that professor, and I love that professor. She's amazing. Hopefully, I believe I have her next semester, thank goodness. I really thought I was going to have a horrible leg day because I had to do all that cardio this morning. I mean, it was like 30 minutes of cardio of running. So, by the way, no post-workout treadmill today because I did that. So what I'll do instead is later today, I'll walk my dog, and I'm about to go to Walmart to get groceries, which I will show you guys what I get for the cut. But I'll be getting steps, and because I already did, higher intensity cardio today. So, and I just train legs, so take it a little easy. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna head out, go to Walmart, get some groceries, and then show you guys what I get, show you my post-workout meal, and that'll probably be the end of the video. So, all right, guys. So I may have lied. I am actually doing cardio I said I wasn't gonna, but then a voice came into the back of my head. And oddly enough, it was the voice of none other than David Goggins. He's asking one simple question. And that question being, who's going to carry the boats? So I responded, David, I will carry the boats. So we ended up doing some extra cardio, which, that's fine.
All right, so we are at Walmart. And a little life hack is park really far away. As you can see, I parked as far away as I could, especially during a cut, because you get more steps, more physical movement, more calories burned. So I'm gonna go get some groceries. I will show you guys what I got once I'm done, and maybe give you guys some ideas of what foods are helpful on a cut, at least helpful for me. So once I go get those, I'll share that with you, and I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, I'm here with my brother, Kieran.
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
All right, hey, I'm Kieran, and I really like, and shout out to the YouTubers that I really like, Backroad Jack and The Smith Plays.
Heck yeah. Yeah, so this is my little brother. He's in wrestling just like I was. He actually decided he was going to help me out with this portion of the video where I show you guys what I get from Walmart for groceries. Before I get to that, I may or may not have bribed him a little bit. Here you go, bud. And another thing, so since I haven't eaten since like 10 o'clock and it's like 4, and I still have to make a meal after leg day, I'm just going to have this shake to hold me over. Alani Nu shake, they sold them at GNC last weekend for $1. So I picked a bunch up. 140 calories, 3 grams of fat, 9 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. So should spike some muscle protein synthesis. Yeah, so I am going to do a taste test of this. It's fruity cereal flavor.
And
It's kind of like the milk at the bottom of a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
oh,
I like it. All right. So, time to get started on the grocery haul. Here we got some top round steak, super lean, super high in protein, and very filling. Not a lot of fat, mostly protein. And it's red meat, and it tastes amazing. So that's the first thing we're getting. I like to have this with rice or sweet potatoes. So next is going to be whatever in this bag. So we got classic iceberg salad mix. Super good on rest days. I eat chicken or steak with it, usually some avocado and some fiber tortillas. Makes a really good salad, especially on rest days. Higher fat, higher fiber, higher protein, keeps you full. And then got some white mushrooms. Huge fan of these with egg whites. Cook them in my egg whites almost every day. I also make like a savory anabolic French toast, so I'll put this in there as well. And then the last thing in this bag, I'll just put these down. Some spinach to also go with my egg whites.
all right.
Go ahead, Kieran.
All right, so this next one is apparently pretty heavy, so it's in 2 bags, so it doesn't rip open and fall out.
Yeah, so I tend to double bag if I got heavier items. So in this bag, frozen green beans. I eat it with basically every single steak or chicken meal. Same goes for broccoli. Just vegetables. Keeps you full. Fiber. Good for you. Eat your veggies, kids. In this bag, a little more unconventional, but we got
These sodas.
We got some caffeine-free Diet Coke. Drink this at night, 0 calories. Just tastes amazing. You know, keeps your stomach full. And then We got some unsweetened almond milk, only 30 calories for 240 milliliters. So I like to put this in with my egg whites when I make French toast. Also really good for making protein shakes with and protein ice cream with. So yeah. So in this bag, we got a family-sized pack of chicken breasts. I don't want to actually touch it because it's a little leaky. I don't want to get chicken juice on my fingers, but chicken breast, one of my favorite protein sources. I eat it every day, pre-workout and post-workout most days. So, it's a staple. Chicken breast, bodybuilder food. We got avocados, possibly my favorite fat source. This or almond butter are my two favorite fat sources. I eat this on my rest days mostly, just to get some more fats in, because on rest days I'm not training. I'm not burning as much glycogen, aka carbohydrates, as fuel. So I tend to eat a little lower carbs on rest days and then have a little more fats. Fats digest a little slower, keep you fuller for longer, even though they have more calories per gram. Fats from avocados, egg yolks, almonds, peanuts, olive oil, super good for you. If you're a big fan of salmon, that's probably some of the healthiest fats you could ever have, omega-3 fatty acids. I'm not a fan, so I take fish oil supplement. But yeah, and then the next thing we got here is I eat these with my pre-workout meal every single day. Some good old bananas. They're still green, but in time they'll become perfect. And Kieran said he's got something to say about these bananas. So why don't you say it into the microphone, buddy? Into the microphone.
So actually, funny story. Because everybody really likes bananas for some reason, he just places his name on there with a Sharpie marker and it just marks them.
That's
It's
right.
super
So
hilarious.
So my family gets bananas as well in their grocery orders. So what I do is I make sure to put a big A for Aiden in Sharpie on the bananas so that people don't eat my bananas that I paid for. I don't know if putting Sharpie on bananas is safe or not.
I don't think
I haven't gotten sick or had any repercussions. The only repercussions really is just sick pumps from the banana. So I'm just going to keep putting my name on them so they don't get stolen. 45 calorie bread. Make French toast with this. All I do with this is make French toast. French toast is a staple in my diet. All you need is some 45 calorie bread, egg whites, and cinnamon. That's the base of it. Obviously, if you want to get a little fancy, you can add whole eggs for some more fats. You can put almond butter on it, fruit. I also use sugar-free maple syrup, which is in one of these other bags. It makes you feel like you're cheating on your diet when you're not. So that's that. And then the next item in this bag, we have the Great Value version of the Mission fiber tortillas. Same thing, just a little cheaper. I actually like the consistency of these a little more. They're a little more stretchy, so a little more chewy. I don't know. I'm a fan of it. These have 13 grams of fiber. So on rest days, I usually have 2 of these ripped up in my salad that I was speaking about earlier. And it just keeps me full and it tastes like a regular tortilla. So these are kind of a staple when I'm cutting, just because the fiber is going to keep you full. It's going to help with your digestive system. And they taste amazing. And they're only 70 calories a pop. So Kieran would like to let you guys know what's in this bag. And this is a huge, huge staple food when I'm cutting or bulking or maintaining. Doesn't matter. Year round, I'm eating these bad boys right here. And what is it, Kieran?
it is potatoes. Potatoes.
No, not quite.
Or like, they look like potatoes. Pretty
They
sure.
are a type of potato, but they're a very specific type of potato that I love.
What kind?
Sweet potatoes. Yeah, so sweet potatoes, you can eat them I eat them with steak or chicken. And what's cool is you can make them taste sweet or savory. Same with rice. It seems like any neutral flavored food, especially carbohydrates, you can make sweet or savory. So if I want a sweet version of sweet potatoes, I'll put cinnamon, some sugar-free syrup on it, almond butter, things like that. If I would like a more savory version, I will just
put like salt, mustard, steak, chicken. So yeah. This last bag here, we got something I mentioned earlier. Maple Grove Farms sugar-free maple syrup, 5 calories for 30 milliliters. And frankly, I rarely ever use that much because I don't want to completely make my rice or my French toast like soggy. It just adds a hint of maple syrup flavor. Super sweet, super good, super low calorie. I don't even track this when I'm tracking my macros. It's not even a thing. And then the final item, oh, not quite. We still have another bag. My bad. This item here, game changer. It's just simple, 0 sugar, Skittles wild berry drink mix. I pound these. I mean, it makes your water taste good, which in turn will make you drink more water, stay more hydrated. That'll help with pumps, recovery, and just feeling good in general. And it's super sweet. The flavors in this specific wild berry pack are by far the best in my opinion. Raspberry, berry punch, wild cherry, and strawberry. All 4 super amazing. So give this a shot, guys. I know it looks like it would be unhealthy, but a little bit of artificial sweetener never killed anybody. As you can probably tell, I'm drinking Diet Coke, Maple Grove Farms sugar-free syrup, and this stuff, and I'm just fine. Kieran has a question for you guys because I showed off that Skittles water flavoring mix. What do you got to say? What do you got to ask?
Okay, so for anybody who either likes M&Ms or Skittles, settle this now and ask, and either type in M&Ms or Skittles in the comments.
You heard him. If you like M&Ms more, comment M&Ms. If you like Skittles, comment Skittles. So the first thing, canned tuna. Can't go wrong with canned tuna. It's got 1 gram of fat, 24 grams of protein per can. Super easy, super quick. Goes really good with rice and olive oil. But please make sure when you use olive oil, you're weighing it out because that can add up really, really quick with the calories. And also, when you're having tuna, rice, and olive oil, you're going to need shredded lettuce, green beans, and a lot of salt because that is what makes it really good. And the last 2 items, we got some G. Hughes sauce, sugar-free sweet chili. This is my go-to sauce for chicken. It is 5 calories per serving, 2 grams of carbohydrates for 30 grams. I typically only use about 15 grams of this stuff because it's pretty spicy, but it is my favorite low-calorie, 0 sugar sauce to put on my chicken.
On the other hand,
this we got G. Hughes stir-fry sauce. So what I like to do is take a more runny, like watery G. Hughes sauce like this or some sort of marinade and actually put it in my salads and mix it up with the lettuce because it adds a little bit of flavor. So that's what these are for. And I believe that concludes the grocery haul. I will see you guys in a little bit with the post-workout meal. All right, guys, this is my post-workout meal. It contains 200 grams of rice, 6 ounces of chicken, and then 100 grams of both broccoli and green beans. The way I like to have my broccoli is, a little well done, as you can see. I air fry it, and I like it a little crispy. So that's the post-workout meal. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this, and I think now is a good time to wrap up this video today. Thank you for watching, and make sure that you guys are pushing yourself every day in whatever aspect of life it is. It doesn't have to always be the gym. Maybe that's school, maybe that's work, a sport, anything like that. Make sure you're doing your best and staying consistent. Thanks for watching.